Are you tired of the same old pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 4,000 hours of the best pro wrestling events from over 110 of the biggest names in the industry from over 15 countries around the globe. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back. I'm out of frame. What is going on, guys? Great start. Anyway, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Think Wrestling. I'm going to have to get into the habit of saying that because yesterday I rebranded to Think Wrestling, which gives me more of a... It means I can talk about anything now, not just British wrestling. So that's going to take a while. So if at any point I say best of British Indies, then forgive me. I'm still getting it in my head that I'm not that anymore. So welcome to the first interview of Think Wrestling with Jayde. I've been trying to get now for about half a bloody year.
Hey, fashionably late as always. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about that.
And various things just kept getting the to injuries and other such stuff, which I won't go into because it was odd and not the thing to go into on air. But yeah, we're finally getting through this.
Finally here.
Finally, since August, trying to get this sorted.
Flipping August,
yes. That was when I messaged you saying to want to interview, and you said, yeah, actually the first time was at a new breed, and I said, do you want to do this at some point? And you said,
that's a long
So that was,
ago.
like June, July last year?
Yeah, I thought it was even longer than that.
So...
maybe, but...
Yeah,
so this time coming.
Very long time coming, yeah. So hopefully we don't fuck this up after the way you've been put through. I don't know why, but I keep thinking because like that's black, and so I keep thinking the camera's too low down because that's black and that blends in my hat. So I keep thinking that the camera cuts off about there, halfway down my face.
Nah, you're good.
I'm good.
I can just about see my head and my jacket blending in, so we're good. We're good.
You got a very big jacket on, so I'm surprised it gives you anything of yourself.
Hey, it's cold outside, you know.
It is freezing.
Furry jackets are the one, but not real fur.
Not real fur, because you know
that is wrong.
Vegan life.
Vegan.
And for the record, I'm nothing against vegans. I want that out now. I'm nothing against vegans. I don't know why, but I got a lot of people asking me, and I have nothing against vegans, nothing against that whatsoever. If you want to be vegan, fine. If you want to eat meat, fine. Just don't try it. Just don't be so saying to me, Tom, you're a murderer for eating meat.
I won't be saying that. I'll let you decide on yourself.
But anyway, thank you for joining me.
That's alright. Got the vegan bit out
of the way. Got the vegan bit out of the way early. So I will also clarify, I know that nice white background is blocking it. You see, I'm moving up in the world now. I'm going more professional with this, getting an actual background in. Also the fact that my old one was out of date because that was Best of British Indies and had the old Twitter tag on it, so that was utterly useless to use.
I thought they had to be green screens.
They can be, but green screens are only if you're editing the background out of it, which is so complicated. Like you've got to pay for a program to do that, and then train on that program. I just think it's not worth the effort. It's not worth the effort, and plus your hair be really awkward to edit around because it blends in.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with my hair. That's awesome.
There's nothing wrong with it, but it blends in with the white background, so it'd be really awkward to edit around.
Right, I'm with you. Okay. So we went white, and it's good.
So we went white, yeah. So, but I will point out, I am in the like Wulfrun Pro broom cupboard again. So there may be people walking through the doors as there were last time. We had
look at these popsy little chairs he's given me. Look at it. It's a child's chair. I'm nearly 6 foot and he's giving me a child's chair.
And I think
just so you know. Right. So if I fall off, you know why.
You're not going to fall off a chair, you're sitting down.
I feel like I'm on the floor.
There's about that much between you and the floor, so I wouldn't say...
His arm's stretched, he's lying.
No, it's not!
Stretched. Child's chair.
Well, yes, they are child's chair, but never mind.
At least I got a chair.
At least you got a chair. It could be standing up or sitting on the floor.
Yeah, no. That interview will be done.
That interview will be done. Guess not my place then. See, 5 minutes into this, I've just been talking about shit. Anyway, that's
brilliant.
Yeah.
That's me like, this is going to be a proper interview.
Oh, these never are.
No.
Some are less so, some are more ridiculous than others, but I usually get at least 5 minutes of wrestling in there, then the rest is utter bullshit.
I'm just going to watch this and hope that like a ghost voice comes up, so if if I'm watching that, that's what I'm doing, seeing if there's any ghost noises coming through that we're not picking up on.
Ghost noises?
Yeah.
There's no other sound. What do you mean ghost noises?
We're going to do a serious interview, otherwise I'm going to sit here and talk about Ghost Adventures all day.
Ghost Adventures.
See?
Which I've never heard of, to point that out.
Oh, you need to be educated. Right, really? Ghost Adventures, Zach Bagans, check it out.
Zach who?
I will walk out of this interview.
Shortest interview ever.
Right.
That's what we aim for.
We've covered Ghost, we've covered Vegan.
And you covered some Zach person who I'd never heard of.
Zach Bagans.
Zach Bagans.
You're lucky my phone's over there. I'll be getting his Instagram up. Right.
Anyway, let's do the special interview. So, Jay, let's go back to your first ever memory of wrestling. So, what was it? Right, now this can be. It doesn't necessarily have to be what got you into a fan of it, but just the first thing you ever remember.
So the first thing I ever remember for wrestling was when I was probably...
Oh, and I should clarify, not what got you into it, like, again, just first memory.
First memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, first memory, probably I was about 6, I want to say. And I was around my dad's, I think it was a Friday night, and my dad...
I made you remember the details of this.
Oh, mate,
Friday night, it was about, I think it was 7...
It was 9:46. It was September the 26th, and whatever year it was, I can't remember the year. I'm joking, that's not facts.
Well,
don't check me on that.
Well, you said you were 6 years old, so you can do the maths in your head.
Do the maths. But yeah, I was watching it with my dad, and it was WCW.
Oh, not WWE, that's the first.
Yeah, it was WCW.
I'm going to applaud you for that. I think you're the first person I've ever interviewed who didn't get into it with WWE, so...
Oh, well, you said the first memory.
Damn it! Damn you, come on.
Watching WCW with my dad loving Goldberg, and basically me just being in awe of watching it on TV to the point where as soon as it had finished, there was me on the sofa, jumping on my dad, punching him and whatnot.
I think that's rudimentary. If you're below, around 10 years or below that, you have at some point slammed one of your siblings or family relatives. You've at some point done that to one of them.
Oh, I've given my cousin a bloody nose before, so I can elaborate if you like.
Oh,
let's do it. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm not listening to you. So...
Well, I would have asked you to anyway. So.
I'm in charge of this.
You're in charge. Well, it is your episode. Mostly, but your episode.
So, it was when I was a bit older, so I was probably about 10 or 11. Me and my cousin used to always watch it religiously. This was WWE or WWF, as it used to be called back in the day.
Going back to the
good
golden era, as some of the older viewers would refer to it.
Federation.
Did you say Federation?
I did, so if you could just cut that out.
That won't be cut. I'm going to embarrass you. Federation. World Wrestling Federation. You heard it from Jayde.
World Wrestling Federation. And yeah, me and my cousin used to watch it religiously, to the point where we used to practice all the moves. We were both big fans of the Hardy Boys and Lita.
Wouldn't have to be on heart.
I'm sure you've heard that from a lot of the people on your podcast.
Surprisingly, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've not had. Well, I mean, whether or not they are, they've just not told me about it. But I've not had a whole lot of people. I mean, I've done now 21 episodes of this, including this one. So I may be.
21's my lucky number. There we go. That's what I feel.
So you're episode 21, which no one is going so well so far. Let's not say it, because now what happened is someone was there. I will put this entire thing up. We're good, but I've never had anyone, well, to my memory anyway, viewers feel free to correct me in the comments saying, you probably will, if I have had people saying the High Balls got them into it, then do correct me, but I've never had, to my memory, anyone say it was the Hardy Boys, flat out the Hardy Boys who got me you got them into it. So you're the first person, which is very nice to me. So thank you for that, because they were what got me into it.
they were up there. So it was them with Lita, Chris Jericho, The Rock, like the standard ones that I'm sure everyone...
The classic, I think it was. I think that a very sort of basis is that if you were watching wrestling around that time, then it's going to be either Lita, Trish, The Rock, Stone Cold, or Jericho. They're going to be the 5 main people who were going to attract your attention, because they were the main eventers. They were the people who you saw most often. I mean, you got your lower card. I mean, I should point out this is before I got into it, so I'm not massively knowledgeable in that era of it.
I'm seeing if you're saying anything wrong, and then I'll correct you.
Oh, I guarantee you I will. I guarantee you I'll say a lot of things wrong because I know wrestling after Jeff Hardy's era.
Solo career.
Well, I think I got into it properly. I think when he just split with Matt. So when they're just gone their separate ways, that's when I got into it. So, and I was always much more into Jeff Hardy than Matt Hardy, even though
I'll let you have that one.
Even though looking back now, and you will not like me for this, I do. Looking back on it now, I do think that Matt was a more technically gifted one. Jeff was a high-flying mistake, but Matt was a technical person.
Controversial, but I can see it. Yeah. I can see what you're trying to say.
You never really saw Jeff do any sort of ground Matt wrestling.
True.
That was more Matt's thing. Jeff was. I mean, Jeff was absolutely. Jeff was a great wrestler. I'm sure if he needed to, he could have done that.
Man after my own heart.
But
I take
Jeff,
none of that.
But Jeff was more the high-flying. I'm trying not to kill yourself or jump off a 15-foot steel cage sort of thing.
Absolutely.
It's a pretty good muscle to have. Anyone watching this, try not to kill yourself watching. Jumping off a 15-foot steel cage.
At home.
Don't try this at home. Well, you can try this specifically because this is an interview, so you can try this if you want to. But don't try wrestling. Don't try jump off a steel cage to a table because it might kill yourself.
Because there's steel cages and tables just laying around that you can just climb up.
Yeah, because
that's the thing.
That's just life in general.
You can climb up massive entrance ways and just jump off into like a pit. That's the
because
thing.
that's what every casual 17, 16-year-old person does.
Absolutely.
What
scumbag?
Well,
dare you? An interview with me? Jesus Christ! Bloody all that fucking. Oh, wait, can I swear?
Can you swear? Have you never seen one of these?
Well, I've heard the controversial one that I can swear, but I didn't know if I could swear.
Okay, my interviews, ruling out the controversial one, the interviews I do with Dan and Nat, they half every other word is a swear word. You can swear.
Okay,
there's no word.
I'll try and be.
I'll just say don't be controversial and don't say.
I would never be.
And don't make inappropriate jokes like when the last one had to be taken down. So don't.
I would never do that.
Thank you, because
Absolutely
I would
not.
like to not be banned off YouTube just yet. that would be kind of.
Absolutely not. It is not good to do that sort of thing.
It's not really
but
great.
I will say fuck.
You can say fuck. You can say anything that isn't like offensive.
Right.
No offensiveness. So that rules out almost everything you're going to say because it's 2018. So.
True. Snowflake. Right, where was Where were we?
We were talking about what got you into. You said it was Jeff Hardy who was a main pinnacle of what you. Yeah.
So it was when I broke my cousin's nose.
Oh,
going back to that, we were practicing.
Your cousin must love you for that.
Oh, so much. My nan's house was like white as well, like glass tables, white sofa, white floor, like everything pristine.
Yeah.
Me and my cousin just playing around, hit him with a move lame on the sofa. I jump up to the top of the sofa, go do a swanton bomb onto him like Jeff Hardy. Ended up landing flat on his face.
Oh god!
And breaking his nose. And having to spend time in A&E.
What? Hello.
Why am I always crashing these things?
Stop crashing my interview.
Cameron and Solas, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm always forever crashing these.
You are.
I come in, I'm like, oh crap.
That's the thing is people walking. They see the camera think, should I? Yeah, whatever. Walking anyway.
My thing's over there.
My thing's over there. I'll just walk right through the shop.
I've never been interviewed, but I just crashed them on the interview.
You don't need to have an interview. You just crash them and say something every time you walk past. Have more of an effect.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye. So yeah, that was Cameron Solas, ladies and gentlemen. Don't know what I'm pointing. You can't see what I'm pointing to. My hands out of.
He's pointing at a cupboard, so
I'm
don't trust a word that he's saying.
I'm pointing at a cupboard. That wasn't him. Down there was him. You can see my hand now. Down there was Cameron Solas. So your parents, your cousin's parents, what I meant to say, they must have loved you for that.
Yeah, my auntie loves me regardless. It was fine.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
She thought he was a little wimp compared to me anyway, so we'll just keep it like that.
I
hope my cousin doesn't watch this. So sorry.
That's what every son or daughter? Was your cousin son or daughter?
It was my dad's sister's son, because I don't have any siblings, so I have no brothers or sisters, so it was down to me and my cousin doing all the old wrestling. Wrestling
as the 2018 internet folks will refer to it as, which I hate that word. Which I don't mind saying because I am forever saying wrestling on my Facebook page. I don't know why I say it.
Do you have the apostrophe as well?
There's an apostrophe in that?
Above. I am. You're going to make me walk out. I'm telling you. I'm going to walk out. WRASSLIN apostrophe wrestling.
I've never used apostrophe in that.
Dear God.
I feel like I've really offended you now.
I feel like you're like 10.
I'm 21.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, there we are, swearing again.
Swearing again, which is more than allowed in this interview. So, you said that so after you traumatised your cousin with his bloody nose, what was it that made you decide to take the leap from being a fan into training and deciding to pursue it as a career?
So, it probably go back to Lita. As soon as I saw Lita and doing what she was doing, I was like in awe of her. Yeah. That was kind of it for me.
Was it the thong?
It was the thong. Obviously, it was the thong. No, it was because I was always quite a quirky child, so I was kind of always the alternative kid at school, and then seeing Lita be
from your style. That doesn't surprise me. I mean that in the best way possible. That doesn't surprise me.
Stereotyping right here. Stereotyping.
That's your own word. That's your own word. I'm just agreeing with you.
But yeah, so. And seeing Lita with her alternative style and the high-flying moves that I'd never seen, like all I'd seen was like bra and panties matches and all that stuff.
Back when before the WWE got the act together, basically.
Attitude Era, let's put
Attitude Era, which don't get me wrong, storylines that were absolutely fantastic, but the woman of that was just it was.
Yeah, and it was.
I mean, I can't say I didn't enjoy it because at the time I loved it.
I'm sure you did.
But looking back,
many men probably.
But looking back at it now, you think, come on, Vince.
Yeah, especially and looking back as a female as well. Like it was good to see these women in the spotlight getting all the attention, but maybe for the wrong reason. But each to their own. Each to their own.
Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to do that, then more power to you. Nothing against that,
And look where it's got a lot of them today. So that's all I can say.
I mean, you can't. I mean, you've got to have the bad pathway to get to the good destination. So not sure that made any sense whatsoever. No, I'm not.
There was always China. We had China. There, So, but yeah, it was mostly Lita for me. As soon as I saw her doing all of that kind of for me, I was just like, that's what I want to do. I remember as a kid of being again probably about 11 or 12 and speaking to my nan and just being like, if I couldn't be a wrestler one day, I want to be a referee. I want to be a ring announcer. I want to be like, there was I just wanted to be part of the wrestling world. Yeah, you see, I don't know
a lot of people who have that sort of like mentality towards it. Like a lot of people that I know, well, I'm not going to name names. I don't consider this a bad thing if you don't do that, but they want to be a wrestler, that's it. If they can't be that, then they don't know what else to do. So I do admire the fact that if on wrestling, then it would have been a referee, a timekeeper, an announcer, just something along those lines. So.
I think I just wanted to be part of that world. Yeah. So, but there wasn't really any training schools when I was growing up. I'm sure you've had a lot of people on these shows where they started training at like 12, 13, 14, etc. For me, I was a lot later on in life, so I kind of came away from the wrestling and then came back to it.
Actually, that's the same as me. Actually, it's not the same as me. Well, sort of is. I got into it, and then actually when I went to bed, I actually hated it. I actively disliked wrestling. I would call it fake. I would ridicule anyone who watched it. I know that's hard to believe, but I genuinely, I absolutely despise it. And
I broke my cousin's nose. It's not fake.
It isn't fake, but. Bear in mind, I got into it when I was very young, so I went out of it when I was still younger, so I didn't quite get didn't actually get what went into it. But I did go with the people, and I actually actively despised it. So, fun fact for you, though, I went through a period of probably 2 or 3 years where I actually hated wrestling. So
there you are.
And then I got back into it, and then I got back into it a bit too much, and now I'm doing this.
Yeah, you went the whole other side. Too far. You took it too far.
I took it way too far. I mean, look
far.
at this. I'm into investors now. I took it way too far.
We both took it way too far.
Oh, we did. Oh, yeah.
I took it too far. Look at me now. Any normal person leaves it as being a fan.
Yeah, I think it was Sami Zayn who said that the best of people in the wrestling business are just fans who took it too far. Basically, that's it. They're just fans who didn't know when to stop.
Absolutely. And then that's where we are today.
That's where we are today. So. 2 fans who didn't know when the fuck to stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, that's how long we're doing this. So what the fuck was that?
Ghosts. Ghosts. I told you.
I fucking
Ghosts.
You can hear yourself. That's really creepy. So
call Zach Bagans. He'll sort it out.
Hello. Oh, that's really creepy. All right. So we have gone through 20 minutes now. So I won't keep you for too much longer because I know you've got too tough to hope wrestling because you smartly double-booked yourself. Well done to that. So
update your diary, guys. Not that unless you're wrestlers, update your diaries.
So before we end, Jayde, would you care to plug your social medias to the people watching this so they can go and follow you on all of your shit?
So all my shit.
I don't know. What are the social medias?
my little pre-match posts are very sought after. I'll have you know, very popular. Yes. So social media, it's Jayde Wrestler, and that is Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And go follow me, and you'll see wrestling related stuff. Shocker.
You'll also see pictures of a dog. I
was going to say my dog will be on there. So to be honest with you, I would just follow it for the fact that Arnie's on there.
Yeah,
he's a black pug.
To be honest, I enjoy seeing your dog's post more than your post.
I hear that regularly. To be honest, I'm starting to think I should get dog merch. I know Sierra Loxton's done it already, but I'm close. I'm close.
I will pay you to do that. I will generally pay you to make merch of your dog.
Right, okay. I'm going to get Arnie made t-shirts, Arnie 8x10s, and Arnie badges.
Arnie mugs. You can't go wrong with a mug.
Oh, I love a good mug. I do love a good mug.
You can't go wrong with a mug. You can't go... Basically, anything you can put Arnie and a picture of him on, just do it. Basically.
I would show you right now, but go follow my Instagram and see he's on there.
Those links, well, actually, there'll be a sort of title card like on the screen now, basically, with Jayde's social media on there. So there'll be somewhere.
Make sure you get it.
There'll be okay. So right, there'll be.
I can't rotate my wrist, but try it.
There'll be around there. So where Jayde was doing that hand thing, there'll be around there.
When I get up, you can put it on the small child chair that you gave me.
Wow, really?
Yeah. My arse has gone numb, guys.
Okay, but Jayde, thank you very much for joining me. Remember, if you like this video, like it. If you hate it, dislike it. Tell me how I can improve. Basically, I strive to get better. So, if you hate it, Jayde will kill me. So please like it.
That is true.
Yeah.
I'll give him a noogie.
Oh, great. If you're new here, you can subscribe by clicking the icon in the bottom corner around Jayde's thing. There'll be a little...
Jayde's thing?
Well, I don't know, around the area that Jayde's sitting.
I'm female, you can't say that sort of thing.
Okay, there'll be a little icon around the area which Jayde is sitting. It'll be really like in the corner, massively like down there somewhere, yeah, because it's something that YouTube puts in automatically. So it's a that'll be on there. So click that if you want to subscribe. Jayde, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you. So after you've watched like the dogs talking and all the cats falling off things, then you could probably watch his podcast. Only after you've done those. Though.
Of course. We've got your priorities.
Exactly.
Priorities.
My priorities.
Oh. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Much appreciated.
Hey, thank you very much.
See you. I'll see you on the 3rd. I won't announce it just yet because I'm not actually put it on Facebook. So I'll see you then. We may do part 2 because what? Pro wrestling subjective when to doing a different interview.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
Oh no!
I was getting confused. I was like, do you want to look after my diary for me? Sorry, I just screwed up his little pitch, so I'll keep quiet now.
So I will see you on the 3rd with an interview that I won't. It won't be with you. We may do a part 2, but hopefully we'll, because this is way too short.
Yeah, we'll do a part 2.
We will do a part 2. We can talk more about your wrestling career, not your pre-wrestling life.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll see you on the 3rd, and cool. Bye. I should really plan outro for these, shouldn't I? Because that's just I need to plan outro for these, don't I? Anyway, bye.